Hey guys, what's up? Pastor Matt. Thanks for checking into this YouTube channel. Hey, I have an idea and I need an idea from you. So a little bit of give and take here. My idea is I'd kind of like to start a quarterly or somewhat irregular newsletter that I send out via email. I've done this a few times in the past, and some of you may have already received an email from me. It may be in your junk box or your spam box or something like that. But the purpose of the email would be to occasionally update you on things that I'm doing in my ministry, perhaps new articles or books or chapters that come out. Of course, I like to share that information as much as possible. But also, there's so many things that come across my desk, come across my computer screen that I'd just like to share with people. And so what I'd like to do is set up kind of a monthly or maybe less frequent email newsletter to all the people that subscribe to this channel. And I can be able to disseminate some of the information that I feel is really critically important for the church to know. For instance, some of the things that I'm doing. If I'm on an interview on another podcast and you wouldn't necessarily get it because you don't subscribe to that podcast, maybe I could send you that link. But then links to other videos, other articles, other books, books that I've reviewed, things like this. In other words, if I feel it's important and people need to know it, I'd like to be able to share it. So that's my idea. Now, I've already set up a newsletter, email list of about 400 people. Again, you might have gotten something from me. And if you have and you don't want it, trust me, no harm, no foul. Please just delete it and unsubscribe. Every time I send out one of these emails, there's a really obvious unsubscribe link at the bottom. In fact, I even point it out. I'll point it out in all caps if you want me to. If you don't want the newsletter, just unsubscribe, no problem. But the people I've put on the distribution list are those who have contacted me. So if you've emailed me before, I put you on the list. And if you don't want to be, I get it, no problem. You can still email me. And no harm, no foul. I promise I will not be insulted or disappointed if you unsubscribe. But so that's the idea. Now here's the idea I need from you. I need a name for this newsletter. I'd like it to have some kind of a cool, catchy name. Not necessarily Matthew Everhard. My channel's called Matthew Everhard just for the sake of convenience. But I'd like to have kind of a cool, catchy title to my newsletter. And I'm looking for some suggestions. So I want to tell you the suggestion that I have. It's probably stupid, but it's the best that my mind can come up with right now. We're studying the book of Judges as a men's Bible study. And a little bit ago, we came across the very short story of Shamgar, who was one of the judges who killed a number of Philistines with an ox goad. Now, an ox goad is a simple stick that is used to prod the oxen. It was a sharpened stick. Sometimes it has a curved blade at the end or a pointy end. But the most simple of weapons, and Shamgar used this farming tool to slay the enemies of the Lord. And so I thought to myself, well, that's kind of an interesting word, ox goad. I don't know anyone else that has ox goad in their ministry title. So I was thinking about the ox goad for the title of my newsletter, or the Reformed ox goad, or the Presbyterian ox goad. I don't know, something like that. It's just kind of a cool word, and it sparks a little bit of curiosity. But then I thought to myself, you know, maybe people just aren't going to get it. What is an ox goad? I had to Google it myself to see some pictures of what an ox goad looked like. It's certainly a curious looking device. It's amazing that the Lord would use Shamgar. Obviously, the point of the passage is that it was the Holy Spirit empowering this man to fight for the sake of the Lord's glory. But then I thought, you know, that's kind of a cool symbol, actually, of the Lord taking that which is ordinary and using it for extraordinary means. So that's the only title I've got going on right now. But I thought, hey, let me crowdsource this. You give me some good ideas for what a newsletter should look like. And let's just say that the newsletter follows a similar format. Maybe I'll link to one of my recent videos. Maybe I'll link to one of my recent articles. But then I also want to link to some other people's stuff. I have some friends that are doing some great stuff out there. I'd like to encourage some other brothers in the Lord and share information more widely for those who are doing great things. You know, we live in a culture and a time where there's so much junk out there, especially in the media, total garbage. I'd like to be able to disseminate some really good, doctrinally sound and responsible content. Maybe things for current events, maybe some cultural type things, but certainly some theological things. And, you know, this channel has grown to such a point where I'm getting questions constantly in my email box, and some I try to respond to, others I just don't have the time, because remember, I pastor a church and I'm writing and I've got my own family and my own kids and things like that, so I'm trying my best, but I often get overwhelmed. So I thought maybe it would be best to start this newsletter, and I could blast out some great information, some great content, and just do it sparingly, because I hate when my email box gets filled up with junk and spam and things I didn't sign up for. And like, so look, I totally get it. If you're not interested in my stuff, man, it's totally cool with me. I'm just going to keep doing what I do. You keep doing what you do, and it's all good. But I need some suggestions. I really need a good title. I'm really hoping for some good feedback. If you don't like the Oxgoad thing, forget I said it. I don't know. It's the best I could come up with. But maybe you could give me some ideas in the comments below, or email me. And by the way, if this sounds interesting and you'd like to get this email, there's only one way to do it. Don't comment here on this YouTube channel. Don't message me on Facebook, okay? That's fine. I try to reply sometimes, but often I don't look at it. The best way is to email me. And my email is in the About page of this YouTube channel. It's not hard. I put it in code because I don't like it to be picked up and get all kinds of junk in my email box. So I don't just put it out there, because those links get copied and distributed all over the world. But it's simply this. It's Doctor spelled out, D-O-C-T-O-R, and then the next thing after that is my last name, which you should be able to spell. It's Everhard, like a rock, like a stone, always durable, whatever. And then it's Gmail dot, you know the rest. So you can figure it out. You're smart, you're wise. It's on my About page. But email me, tell me you'd like to be on the newsletter list, and I'll add you to it. And then, hey, in a couple weeks, don't be surprised if you get something from me. All right, well, thanks so much for checking in. Please do give me suggestions. I don't know if the Oxgoad thing is good or not. I'd love to hear some better ideas than that. Just make sure somebody else doesn't have the idea already. Don't give me the Heidel blog, because there's somebody else who does the Heidel blog. Don't give me Reformed Blogmatics, because that's a cool name and it's already taken. Give me something fresh, something new, something that nobody else has, and let me know what a good title would be. All right, thanks for checking in. Love you lots, and we'll talk to you later.